Happy Sunday!
Happy Sunday. Guess where we are?
Windsor Castle!
Oh, the Queen's home.
The Queen's home. She lives here most of the year, actually.
I think so, yeah.
It's kind of like her London residence. It's just outside of London. We'll very quickly show you on a map. And funnily enough, it's only about 35 minutes from our house, and we've never been.
We've never been.
I've never been to Windsor Castle.
Nope.
Can't.
Never
And
been
it's
to Windsor.
Beautiful. So, oh, hello, doggy. So we thought we would get out and about a little bit more. COVID cases are getting a bit better in the UK, so we thought we'd start our we'd dip our toe into the sort of like travel days, like days out, by staying local. I'm going to show you a bit of British culture.
We
and start at Windsor Castle to see the Queen.
We parked in the middle of Windsor and walked through. It's such a cute little shopping area. It was like the old train station, I think it is, and they've made it really sweet with all the nice shops.
Yes. We're on the long walk now, but I think we're just going to go and grab a quick coffee and then do a proper version of the long walk and head into the Great Park. I think that's the plan. So as you walk down the long walk, aka Queenie's driveway, and if you look over to the left, you will see a little white building. That is called Frogmore Cottage. And it used to be Harry and Meghan's residence. So when Harry and Meghan were going to live here in the UK, that's where they lived.
Quite close to Grandma.
Very close to Grandma. It was reported that they renovated it for £2 million and used the taxpayers' money for that. And then they disappeared to America. So when they got their Netflix deal, they paid it back.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of them.
They paid back the $2 million. I mean, you're here
So
now.
that's Frogmore Cottage.
That's Frogmore Cottage.
And then somewhere in there is Frogmore House.
Yeah. So then Frogmore House, which we'll have to maybe show you on the map and show you how close they are. Frogmore House is where they had their wedding reception. So Frogmore Cottage is where they used to live, and Frogmore House is where they had their wedding reception.
You know so much stuff.
I know. Slightly royal obsessed. Let's carry on walking because the little man has just fallen asleep. Okay, sorry for the rude interruption, guys, but we just wanted to tell you about this video's sponsor. As you all know, I have been using the Babbel app to learn a little bit more Dutch so that I can communicate with Jamie's family more. So, in keeping with the whole British theme, you know, going to see the Queen and Windsor Castle, we thought we would sit down and have some tea and biscuits, and Jamie's going to test me on my Dutch. So I'm going to open up the app, I'm going to use the food and drink section, and we're going to fire off some questions about tea, milk, biscuits, and shall we see how I get on? Okay, so I'm going to ask Jamie a question. Wat wil je drinken?
Een kopje thee.
I understood that. He said a cup of tea. Okay.
Een kopje thee, alstublieft.
And we've got our Dutch mugs. The Brits, Queen included, always have milk with their tea.
So how do you say milk?
Okay, you say it like this.
De melk.
And then I'm going to press and hold while I speak. De milk. Okay, so the final thing I need with my cup of tea and milk is, of course, a chocolate biscuit. Well, do you need to offer it to me first in Dutch?
Wat wil je met je kopje thee?
So, ik neem een koekje, alstublieft.
Yes, nice.
Alstublieft, please. Yay!
Ik neem een koekje, alstublieft. Can you have that one?
Thank you.
Dankjewel.
Dankjewel.
What's great about the app is that the lessons are designed by real language teachers, no machine learning algorithms or AI. You've also got a 20-day money-back guarantee, so why not try it?
Okay, there you go, guys.
Go and learn another language.
I'm having so much fun chatting with Jamie in a second language.
It is good fun. So easy to learn.
So you can download the Babbel app, and with the link in our description, you get 65% off your subscription.
65.
So thank you very much for letting us just interrupt the vlog momentarily to tell you about this week's sponsor.
Let's get back to royalty.
Let's get back to royalty because I don't think we've shown you the clip yet where we saw the Queen.
Might have been in the thumbnail.
Right, cheers! Pinkies out!
Cheers! Back to the video.
Back to the video. It's very quiet because it's still early on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets an alarm clock at 5 a.m. So, you know, we are up and at 'em.
Are you enjoying it in there, Roo? He's not that happy today.
He's got a bit of a frown on his face.
Oh, this looks like a walk.
So this is called the Long Walk, and you can see why. It's literally a long walk, and it takes you right up to the castle. So behind Jamie.
Oh wow, it's a really long walk. Hold on, just stay there. I'm gonna just zoom.
She's got quite a good driveway, old Queenie, hasn't she?
Yeah. Oh, look at that, eh? I did bring the drone, but I'm definitely not allowed to fly it here.
You'd get arrested.
Yeah, I think you can probably fly it from a distance because I did just see that in 4 days' time, the Queen is getting a no-fly zone, which means that you can't fly within 2,500 feet above the castle, or under that, sorry, you can fly above, and then within 1.4 miles of the walls. So I feel as though you would be actually able to fly the drone. I'll have to have a look.
We'll have to have a
Obviously
look
not
at
from
this.
here. She gets special treatment.
Just before, we were stood in front of armed police who are obviously there to guard the castle and guard the Queen. And there was a lovely lady, a lovely information lady, and she was explaining that they're almost, not like retired police officers, but they were...
It's like they're retired.
It's like
they work really hard in the city and do the, you know, what all police people do. And then this is a bit more of a, she didn't say cushy job, but I think she was implying that.
Cushy.
Cushy.
Yeah. Cushy.
So yeah, they feel as though this is their retirement, but they had proper guns. Our police in the UK don't have guns. I know in America they do. A lot of countries they do. Ours don't. I think they have like batons,
Yeah,
and tasers,
something like that.
So they had proper
Imagine
big guns.
that your job is to guard the Queen. Off you go. And be like, alright, see you later,
Quite an
love.
honour.
They say goodbye to their partners in the morning. Bye, darling, I'm just going to go and protect the Queen for my shift and then I'll be home for tea later. How crazy is that?
It is.
Because actually very recently, it was only maybe a few weeks ago.
Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, it was
Happened on
Christmas Day.
Here.
Here, someone broke into the castle.
He had a
and he was
crossbow.
arrested. Yeah, he had a crossbow. It was all very dramatic, all very
I
serious.
did see that earlier. He was 19. He jumped over the fence
Oh
and the
my
walls.
goodness! I mean, how crazy is that?
And then also years ago, someone managed to get into, what was that, in Buckingham Palace? Into her
yeah,
bedroom.
that's on an episode of The Crown.
That's where I learned that from. So who knows if it's true or not. But this is beautiful.
So we're going to maybe stroll down the long walk for a little bit, which apparently goes off into the Great Park.
I think so. One thing I've taken from this, and we've never been here, it's absolutely massive.
It's huge.
We just took a load of shots from like that gate where the police were around the corner. That's like a tiny, tiny section of it.
Yeah.
So compared to Sandringham, which is obviously the one that we've been into. Have you been in Sandringham?
Yeah.
Yeah, years ago we have. That's obviously still a massive, massive house, but this is on another level.
But if we're not allowed to fly the drone, which I'm guessing we're not, we'll try and find some shots online that we can just insert that have already
I might be able
been...
to fly it, but from a very long way away. If not, there'll be some pictures.
Yeah, we'll try and do that and show you some aerial shots of everything. Right, should we carry on walking then?
Let's do it. So we're just heading back up to the castle and then we're going to go to the visitor centre. I think we're going to pay to go in.
Yep.
Pay to go in and then hopefully go and see St George's Chapel, which is where Harry and Meghan
got married. And also
Eugenie
and Jack.
But yeah, we just got back up to the top. It's huge.
It is massive.
It's absolutely massive.
I'm excited to go and see St George's Chapel. I think you can go in. Don't quote
Fingers
me on that,
crossed.
but fingers crossed.
We'll go and ask to see what we're allowed to go
We can walk down the aisle
see.
and pretend we're Harry and Meghan. But Jamie and Meghan instead. So you know when you see like Windsor Castle on the TV? It's always from here, this spot.
Why don't you do the weather?
Okay, well, it's a little bit
And across to Meghan, who's at Windsor,
with
for the weather.
It's a little bit overcast today, feeling quite cool, quite cloudy and a little bit grey. We're not expecting much sunshine, but we're also not expecting rain. So overall, cool, fresh, cloudy day in Windsor.
Back to you in the studio.
Back to you in the studio. Was that any good, Roo? Okay, so we've just paid to come into the castle. It was about £26 per adult.
Yeah.
Oh, Rupert's waking up. So just a quick one for parents. Prams aren't allowed, so they're allowed outside, but then when you go inside to the state apartments, we're going to have to put him in the carrier, so that's just, you know, one to plan for if you do come as a parent. So we're going to go look around the state apartments. We're going to go outside St George's Chapel, but we can't go inside today because it's Sunday. So people are, it's a place of worship on a Sunday, obviously. Well, every day, but especially Sunday.
Whoa.
So we can't go in, unfortunately, but we'll show you the outside. But we are going to go inside.
We're just not allowed to film.
Filming's, yeah, restricted, so we'll show you what we can.
So we did learn that this is kind of a bit iconic for the sort of skyline of the castle. George IV actually extended it when he was here. He extended it by an extra 30 feet. So I'm guessing it's where that sort of rim is. He then made it even taller, just so that it looks cool. St George's Gate.
So this is the walk down to St George's Chapel. This is where all like the wedding cars drove, Harry and Meghan's wedding, Philip's funeral as well. Everybody sort of walked down here, up here. This is what you see on TV. It's crazy.
So do people live in these ones?
Yes, at the end of Philip's funeral, Prince Philip, they were all here, just outside the door, getting into cars and then going up or walking up to the castle. And also, we read that Hitler, when he wanted to invade Britain, he wanted to keep Windsor Castle as one of his residents, so it wasn't on the target list.
It never got bombed.
It never got bombed.
The whole of Windsor, the town as well.
Hitler wanted it for himself.
Can you imagine if Hitler lived here?
Thankfully, he didn't succeed.
And then also, one more fact, in the whole of the grounds, 450 clocks.
450 clocks. And it takes the Queen's clock, what are they called?
Is it clockmaker?
Clockmakers?
Yeah.
16 hours to change when the times change in like spring and autumn.
Oh, there's a service on.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, we can't go inside because there's a service running on a Sunday. Yeah, this is cool. So at Harry and Meghan's wedding, all of their like members from their charities were invited to stand inside this bit so they could see Meghan going up the steps, and they all congregated out here.
Oh, I love it.
Shall we march on?
Let's do it.
Left, right.
Through there is where we were just this morning, where the police are. So they're guarding us now, aren't they?
Oh, I'm gonna have to put the motor on.
What's that?
Come on, Priam. Off we go.
E-Priam. Thank you again to Cybex for the pram. Chocolate chip shortbread. Will that do?
Yes. Thank you.
The Norman Gate. Gosh, it's quite narrow here. Oh, who's been hitting the wall? 1583.
Where they all were for Prince Philip's funeral.
Was it all his charities or was it the Commonwealth? I can't remember what it was.
No, it was like representatives from all the different armed forces. It was, like he said, probably his charities and patronages. And they started walking like here, and they walked all the way down and marched around here.
Gosh, it's just absolutely huge.
So the Queen is celebrating her Diamond Jubilee this summer, and she's asked the British public to create a new dessert in celebration. So she's encouraging everyone to get baking.
If you're a budding baker and you've made something up, so is it going to be called the Elizabeth
something? So
Elizabeth roll?
Like the Victoria sponge cake was named after Queen Victoria. She wants a dessert to celebrate.
These shortbreads are delicious.
Yeah.
Meghan's on a mission.
Swim.
I won't be able to hear you.
I love vlogging, don't get me wrong. I love it because it gets us out and about. And Jamie's brilliant at it. he gets so distracted and he forgets that we're on Rupert o'clock. So I already know exactly what I'm doing until 4 PM today. And
I don't know what I'm doing in the next 10 minutes.
Next feed.
Toilet and baby changing.
I've got to plan the car journey to the pub for pub lunch. Everything's just got to run like clockwork. Because if it doesn't, he just screams all day.
But at the moment...
And Jamie's like, ooh.
Look at him there.
No, but it's time for him to wake up.
What was I like?
And Jamie's like, oh, a cannon, let's go and get a shot of that. Oh, a view, let's go and get a shot of that. Oh, a window, let's go and get a shot of that.
Cannon, view, window.
Can I have another biscuit, please?
They'd be getting a good view.
In that helicopter is the royal family. Don't know who.
It was.
Princess Anne. Could be William and Kate coming to visit. Could be Charles. Popped in for, you know, Sunday lunch.
Sunday breakfast.
You never know.
So we just finished going around the inside of the building. It is just amazing. Like, I don't understand why they need so many buildings or so many rooms with gold gilding, I think it's called, everywhere. It's just magnificent. If anyone is in the UK, you've got to come here. It makes you feel very proud to be British. But anyway, Meghan's still inside, changing Rupert. I'm about to head to a little office where you can get your ticket stamped. So we said it was £52, 26 each, but if you get it stamped you can come back every week apparently. So I'm going to go get it stamped so that over the next year we might have a bit more time, do another video, show you a bit more stuff. We went through one of the rooms and there was a door at the end, and apparently that is the door into Queen Elizabeth's quarters. As I said, I've just got my ticket stamped so we can come back as many times as we want in a year, and there's going to be loads of things next year in summer, events which we can now go to for free. Rupert's obviously free all the time because he's under 5. So much history. We've had to kind of rush around because we were off to have lunch with my best man Ollie. His mum lives nearby, so we're going to go to a little pub, but we really want to come back another time and, you know, listen to the audio. You've got like a headset that tells you loads of information about every room, but we've had to kind of a speedy tour around. Meghan is changing Rupert. We're about to go and pick up my drone because they have a security check, obviously, so you're not bringing anything naughty in. We knew that we wouldn't be able to fly the drone. Obviously I wasn't going to, but it was in my bag, so they just had to take it off me just in case I obviously did try and fly it. Anyway, we are going to now just walk back to the car as a quick speedy trip, a speedy visit around the castle. The Queen is actually here, so it's strange to think we were like 100 metres away from her, maybe not even that.
That was really cool.
So much fun.
So,
I love history.
It's just fascinating. So we went into lots and lots of rooms. The tickets gave you access to so much. Went into the armour room, the princess's pantomime room.
You saw the door into the Queen's quarters.
All these shots that you're seeing over the top, we found them online and they definitely weren't taken on my mobile phone. Anyway, so we went to the princess's pantomime room to see all the costumes that Queen Elizabeth and her sister Princess Margaret used to wear. Yeah, the throne room, the armour room, the king's quarters. That was really cool. Just like amazing portraits of
every
all
room had gold everywhere.
Gold
massive
leaf
portraits
everywhere. And I mean, that was all fascinating. But from a practical point of view, if you're a parent, this is like the best thing, or one of the best things to do just outside of London, because the facilities are amazing.
Ramps everywhere.
Ramps everywhere. Huge family changing room, so you can go to the toilet. I love that. You can go to the toilet and you can sort Rupert out all in a nice private room. Breastfeeding, yep, sorted. So it was fantastic. We're in a little bit of a rush now because we're heading back to the car. We're going to drive 25 minutes to a place called Chobham to go and meet Rossi, best man Rossi.
Best man Rossi.
For Sunday lunch.
Sunday lunch. And we haven't got that much time.
No, so we're in a bit of a rush now.
And it's getting busy.
We're going to get in the car and we'll see you at the pub. So we went to the pub, we turned up to the pub.
We did.
And they didn't accept children under 12.
No.
So we got turned away.
But we went back to Ollie's family house and had a lovely lunch. So that is what we did.
We had a lovely time. I hope you enjoyed a little vlog of Windsor.
Yeah, we have actually uploaded another song to Spotify, so go and check that out. That's a cover, one of the Justin Bieber covers. Let us know if you want to see more of like British culture, British places.
Where do you want us to go next?
We would love to do more of that. Maybe we should try and do another London one.
Yeah.
Buckingham Palace and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But we are going to go for a little walk into Richmond now, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah. Like, subscribe.
It all helps. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.